Hi, this is Michael from Nonstop Coding, and in this video I'll show you how to use Learn Japanese NHK Nihongo that you can get from Play Store. But before we do, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated on my latest videos. So as you may have noticed, I have already searched this Learn Japanese NHK Nihongo on my Google Play Store. So just search in Learn Japanese NHK Nihongo and you will be able to see this. So before we install this app, let's take a look at the pictures in here. So these are the things that you will see there. So lesson 1, it's going to be, there will be an animation where you can play it to listen, and you will be able to download it for offline use. So how do you do? There you'll be able to see Japanese communication and so on. Alright, let's go ahead and install it now, and while waiting for it to complete, I just want to let you know that the Japanese lessons is provided by NHK WORLD. NHK WORLD is NHK's international broadcast service. NHK operates international television, radio, and internet services. Together they are known as NHK WORLD. And the main features available for this app, it has a smooth interface, easy and comfortable. You can even download or delete an audio lessons, remember text lessons and audio lessons, and so on. Alright, it's done. Let's go ahead and open it. So you will be asked, let's select language, so English, and please wait a moment while NHK is loading. So here it is. So these are the things that you will need to learn to be fluent in Japanese. So lesson 1 up until lesson 50. So let's before we go with the lesson 1, let's try to go to the menu. So in the menu you will see this one here. So as you can see, you can rate the app, share the app, more apps from this developer. You can send a feedback if you want to, and a lesson. So it needs to be downloaded 5.75 MB. Let's try to download it. So yes, and while waiting for it to be completed, let's go ahead and open the lesson 1. Alright, it's now downloading for the additional resources. Alright, it's completed. So this one here, how do you do? So Kong is a 25-year-old man from Vietnam. Today is his first working day in Japan. Will he be able to make the proper greetings? So that's the question, and as you can see, you will be guided. This is what you need to do. Hajimemashite, watashi wa Kun desu. How do you do? Hajimemashite. So this will be a conversation between him and the Japanese. So I'm from Vietnam. Vietnam kara kimashita. And then you will have this information below. So when you introduce yourself, you say watashi wa, then your name, the desu, and then you will see this explanation and also this additional information. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. And if you want to download this, just tap this one here to be able to delete this lesson. Of course, no. This one here is if you want to take the quiz. No. And let's go to lesson 2. So if you notice, lesson 2 is now downloading. Alright, so it's done, downloaded, and you can hear it actually. So just tap this one. So Kong supervisor, so what is that? That's the question, and here's the preview. Kong supervisor Ms. Yamada gives him some essential items he will need for his work. What are they? So that's the question. Sore wa nan desu ka? Kong, these are your business cards. Arigatou gozaimasu. Sore wa nan desu ka? Thank you very much. What is that? This is a staff identity card. Kore wa shainshu desu. And then you will see the words that is being used. So this is kore, sure, that, and then the explanation below. So just read this so that you'll be able to have the information. Next is, so lesson 3 is being downloaded, and there it's done. So you can hear it, you can listen to it if you want to. So yes, I understand. As Miss Yamada Kong's supervisor is checking today's schedule, she suddenly remembers there is an important meeting. And then there will be a conversation like this. You just have to read it and understand it. So you will also see the explanation below, why was being used in a sentence, and so on. So that's how you use this application. It's really handy and very easy to use. And what I like about this app is that it has an animation like this. So it's like you're reading a comics. So if you're an anime fan, then you will going to love this application. And let's try to proceed to lesson 50. So there, lesson 50 is now being downloaded, additional resources, and it's done. And then you'll be able to hear or listen to this conversation. So with this, you become a full-fledged working member of society. Happens to you. And then, so that the scenario is going to be like this. When Kong arrived at the office, his boss calls him. Kong goes over to his desk with his heart beating fast. And then conversation between him and the Japanese. And then the explanation below. Why was this words being used in a sentence, and so on. So just read all of this, and you'll be able to communicate with the Japanese. This one here is where you can change or select a language. So it has only 3 options: English, French, and Vietnamese. So I prefer English, and just complete this lessons. So I highly recommend this app to anyone who's going to travel to Japan for visiting, for touring, for visiting a relative, or having a relationship. Then I highly suggest this app. So that's how I use this application, and I hope that you have enjoyed watching this. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.